This video is not scripted. The purpose of this video is to possibly motivate someone else to quit weed. I'm on day 5 of not smoking weed. I have been smoking for the last 4.5 years. I would smoke every hour, 4 to 5 bong hits. I'm just the type of person, when I do something, I go 100% in. Maybe it's an addictive personality, but weed became everything. It became my girlfriend, it became my lover, it became my comfort, and then it just became a vicious cycle that I was stuck in. And anytime I would start building up my own discipline or I would start working on a new project, my biggest priority was still weed. So all that discipline or all that work I put in would just fade away 2, 3 days after going and smoking and smoking. So if you want to quit weed, this is what I've done that has helped me, because quitting weed, the hardest part is going through psychological stress, which causes you to relapse. So how can we create the least amount of stress while you quit? First off, rule number 1, the first thing you have to do, you have to give up your friends. I know this sounds extreme. My friends understand why I'm not communicating with them. But if I go and hang out with my friends, it gets brought up in conversation, and suddenly the temptation starts. So you have to remove your friends out of your life. You have to fight this battle on your own. There's no one who's going to solve this problem for you. Rule number 2, after you're separated from your friends, it's going to be very difficult to sleep. And you need your sleep, because if not, you're going to wake up with weak willpower. So what you need to do is buy melatonin. Melatonin is a natural supplement that will help you sleep. Basically, it releases a similar chemical in your brain that weed would have done, but since you're not smoking the weed, you don't have that chemical, so you just don't sleep. You get night sweats, you toss and turn. So you have to have melatonin so you can sleep, and you have to get yourself out of the environment that provokes you to smoke. If that means you're going out and you're using your Visa card to make purchases of weed, withdrawing money from your bank account like I used to, then you need to cut your Visa in half. You need to go and take 20 bucks out of your bank account and say, this money's going to last me for the next 2, 3 days. Cut your Visa. Don't withdraw any money. Number 3, the third thing that worked for me is weight gainer. Basically, it is impossible for me to eat right now. I'm on day 5, but my body still is not digesting food at all. Every time I eat, I feel nauseous, I feel sick, I feel like throwing up. So if you're trying to quit, you need to get yourself out of the environment. You need to create the least amount of stress and have high willpower so your sleep can't be disturbed. In your eating cycle, you have to have the proper nutrition coming in. If you're not eating correctly, you are not going to be happy and you're going to relapse. I can't eat right now. Every time I eat, I feel like throwing up. So I've been using weight gainer. It's very simple to take 2 scoops of weight gainer, shake it in my protein cup, whatever, drink it down. I get 600 calories. I'm not forced to sit there and eat this delicious meal that tastes horrible and my body's completely rejecting. And it keeps me going. It keeps me mentally strong. That way I'm not deprived of food, feeling weak with no sleep, surrounded by friends who are smoking. So if you follow these 3 things, you will start to see results. But at the end of the day, only you can make these results for yourself. No one else can fight this battle for you. I will tell you, it is relatively easy to quit. It is not as hard as people think. Now that I'm on day 5, it's all about staying busy. I've been taking my dog to the dog park, just sitting there for 2 hours so he can play around. But it keeps my mind off of things. I've been going to the movies by myself. So I'm going to include a link in the description box. I'm sorry, on my couch right now. I'm not getting up. I have no motivation. I feel like a zombie. But I will include a link in the description box so you can use the same weight gainer that I'm using. And if you start to follow these 3 steps, you will start to see results. You'll move yourself from the environment. You'll still be able to sleep, so you have strong willpower to quit, and you have the proper nutrition coming in so you're able to keep going. That's what's worked for me. I'm on day 5, counting. I've never made it this far. I don't know if I'm going to relapse or what's going to happen next, but I'm changing my life for the better, and already I feel more capable of doing things I couldn't do before. For example, I can speak fluently. I could not speak like this 5 days ago. It would sound juddered and breaking up as it currently is in this video somewhat. But there's so many things that you'll regain, a piece of yourself that's been lost. I think weed is great. I think it's very good to see a different perspective of yourself, but it's not something that you should keep on doing indefinitely. And breaking away can be difficult, but you can do it.